Robson Ranch, Arizona is a 55-plus golf community located in Eloy, Arizona. Now, if you're looking for a luxury community with big amenities at a smaller price, this might be the place for you. Now, before you start to panic and say, hey, where is Eloy, Arizona? You need to know, as I show you here on the map, it's very near Casa Grande. Yes, we say Casa Grande here in Arizona. I don't know why we do, because most people, the way it's printed, you would say Casa Grande. No, just Grande. The E is silent. So if you want to talk like a local, Casa Grande, not Grande. Grande is something you get at Taco Bell. Anyway, I digress. This area is conveniently located about halfway between Phoenix and Tucson. So you're only about 40 minutes away from Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport and just over an hour from the Tucson International Airport. I like that option because if you're a flight shopper like I am, you might want to check both airports for times, airlines, fares, to see what might be more convenient and economical for you for your travels. Or if you've got to pick people up from the airport that come to visit, and you will have to do that, trust me, you're conveniently in between the two. I really like that option. Now, when you start to see some of these video shots that I've got for you today, you're going to think, hey, I think I've seen this place before. Maybe you have if you've seen my Pebble Creek video. Same builder, same quality, just scaled down just a little bit. Robson Ranch is developed, of course, by Robson Resort Communities, which is a large family-owned company that has built and developed places like Pebble Creek, Saddlebrook in Tucson, Quail Creek, Robson Ranch, and even Robson Ranch in Denton, Texas. So they know their stuff. They know what people want in an active adult community. What you see here in Robson Ranch is no different than any of the other communities. They have very nice luxury amenities, just maybe scaled down a small bit because it is a slightly smaller community than some of the others. But you're still getting the big community quality and all of the other things that go along with that. New home prices built by Robson will start in the low 300s for some of the smaller properties. They call it their resort series, and those start in the 1,200-ish square feet range. So the low 300s, that's a really good deal. They also have some villa homes, which are the attached homes, more of a lock and leave because you don't have to do the maintenance to those properties. And then they go up to the much larger floor plan of the Avalon, which is in the estate series. That plan is around 2,700 square feet and sells the base price in the high 500s. So really a good deal if you're trying to keep your price in check. Especially if you're now going to be doing a mortgage, you're going to want to keep the cost down. Robson Ranch, Arizona is an excellent place to do that. So resale homes follow a similar trend. They start in the lower 300s and go up into the 600s. Why buy a resale? Well, maybe you're somebody that wants to come here now. You don't want to wait 12 to 15 months and then have to put in your landscaping and go through all of that hassle. If you want something at today's price, a resale home might be an excellent way to go. That way you don't have to spend another cold winter where you're at. You can come here, move into the property, and start having fun. For most of our clients that come here, we will show you both types of properties. Some people are definitely new home people. Other people are definitely resale people, kind of like buying a car. If you're always a new car person and you would never buy something 2 or 3 years old, then you're going to be a new home person. If you want something where you think you might get a little better deal, maybe a resale is for you, but let's look at all the options when you're here. There are really nice homes in both sectors. Obviously, the new is new, but some almost new, very nicely maintained homes are available on the resale side as well. Let's talk about all of the amenities at this community. Now, as I mentioned before, this is a little scaled down from what we might see at Pebble Creek that has, two sides, two different clubs, two golf courses. This area is slightly smaller, so you're just going to have one side of amenities. Now, when I say amenities, I'm talking about things like an 18-hole championship golf course, a softball field, a newly expanded fitness center that they are enlarging and getting more equipment. So that is being done right now, and they're working on all of that. So you guys who are about to make a move are going to see some big new improvements in the amenities that were already, in my opinion, quite nice. For pickleball people, that sounds kind of weird, pickleball people, but you know what I mean. Those of you guys who really like your pickleball, 16 pickleball courts. So that's a very active group there. Speaking of groups, lots and lots of groups in this neighborhood. They've got crafting groups, they've got card playing groups, theater groups, military appreciation groups, tons and tons of groups for every interest. And if you have an interest that's not on their list, I know that there would be a need for whatever group you would want to start. In these communities, people are very active and like to do things. When you're retired, you're not going to be sitting in the house all day. The point is to maybe do things you've always wanted to do. Let's say take an art class. Those classes will generally be led by somebody in the neighborhood who is an artist and has a gift of teaching. So if you've always wanted to learn, once you get here, get into one of the many clubs and groups. Great way to meet people and kind of get your new life started in a new community. Now, after you do your activities, I'm sure you're going to enjoy the Ranch House Grill, which is the dining facility on site here at Robson Ranch, Arizona. They do brunch, lunch, dinner, lots of special events, special nights. A great place to run down in the afternoon for your happy hour and maybe some nibbles while you sit outside in the winter laughing at your friends back home who chose not to make the move. You guys will be enjoying eating and dining outside. It really is, I think, a treat. You feel like you're on vacation even though you live here. So I know you're going to enjoy that grill. Now, this community eventually will have around 4,600 homes. They are nowhere near being built out. In fact, they're, I don't even think, halfway through being built out. So they've got a 20-year build program from today. When I talked to my rep down there the other day, I just said, hey, how much longer are you guys going to be building? And he looked at me with a puzzled look. He said, 20 years. What that means for you, though, is it is a good investment. So if you're just going to buy or build now, you've got a lot of appreciation left in that community. So let's, again, I hate to keep going back to Pebble Creek, but it's located in Goodyear, Arizona, which is in the West Valley of Phoenix. That community, when it was built, was just like this one in Eloy and Casa Grande. I say that Eloy/Casa Grande because really it's kind of all one place. 20 years ago, Pebble Creek was in Goodyear. There was not much going on in Goodyear. Now it's a mainstream community. They have everything there and it's very, very busy. Lots of hustle and bustle going on out in the Goodyear area. So right now, Robson Ranch, Arizona is a little quieter. But for those of you who worry, oh my gosh, it's not near anything, it's so far away, Stick around, it won't be. So if you're worried about medical care, lots of good medical care located nearby. Banner Health has the Casa Grande Medical Center, which is just a few minutes away, and they'll have everything you need for healthcare. Let's say you get something really unique or serious. You're still only about 45 minutes from world-renowned Mayo Clinic. So easy to get to any health care that you need, whether it's urgent care or your primary care doctor or one of the specialists in the Banner Healthcare network. I see that as a big plus because as we age, we have to know we're going to need some health care. Now, going back to Casa Grande, this is not just some little podunk stop in the road. It is a growing little town, soon to be a bigger city. I don't see how we can avoid that. There are some major employers there, two of which that just off the top of my head. One is Abbott Labs, which we all know from the COVID test thing. I don't think they make the COVID test there. I'm pretty sure they make nutritional products like things like Pedialyte and baby formula, those kind of things. But it's a big employer for the area. And also Lucid Motors. Lucid, if you're not familiar, is a electric vehicle that is very pricey. The entry-level price is about $87,000. Those cars are very prized, mainly because they're pricey and people think they're cool, but they have an extra long driving range before you have to recharge. So that is a growing company in a very growing industry. There are many other large companies that are located there or that plan to locate there. So you're going to see a lot of growth in the Casa Grande area. So for those of you who say, oh, well, we want cool little neighborhood restaurants, there are some there now, and there will be more coming, more of everything. So I see this as kind of a ground floor opportunity to get into a really nice community at kind of a ground level price with a lot of room to appreciate. If you're thinking that this might be the community for you, I would love it if you would reach out to me and my team at the number below on the screen. We always like hearing from our YouTube family. And I really love to do a Zoom with you guys because you know me, I'm in your living room or on your phone all the time, but I don't know you. So let's set a time to talk very soon about this or other communities. Then I can answer all of your questions that you have before you plan your house hunting trip. Lots of people are calling us every day, so I want to make sure that I can still have enough time blocked out for you when you're here. So be sure to reach out to me as soon as possible, and I look forward to talking to you soon.